Two U.S. National Guardsmen were shot just steps from the White House. That has the White House on high alert. That also has the FBI and local police on high alert as well. But according to many experts, they are saying that this is something the White House has been warning of for quite some time. That the threats not only against the White House and President Trump and the Trump administration, but the American people, they are at all-time highs. That's why they've been saying, if you see something, say something. We've learned this from Homeland Security over the last several months, but according to Pete Hegseth, the Department of War, he says, and Department of, again, whatever you want to call it, he says that they are, as of right now, these attacks are only strengthening their resolve. But listen to this.
Myself and my team were notified that 2 National Guardsmen have been shot in Washington, D.C., critically wounded. The shooter shot in a cowardly, dastardly act targeting the best of America. Heroes willing to serve in Washington, D.C., serve for people they don't know and they've never met because they love their country and their capital and their community. They were willing to do dangerous things others were not because they love their fellow Americans. Someone decided to turn that into targeting National Guardsmen. That will only stiffen our resolve.
Before we listen to the rest of this, and I'm going to play another 30 seconds for you in a moment, but here's the thing. According to former military personnel, they are saying that what Pete Hegseth just said, what President Trump has been alluding to over the past several weeks, is that we need to secure the United States. We need to ensure that we are safe here. Here's where this is going to go. And again, this just happened earlier on today, so it's very unfortunate. But at the same time, based off what we're hearing, the Trump administration is only going to ramp up efforts to make every single city in the United States safer. They're going to start with Washington, D.C., and then they're going to continue to move. But this is going to cause a lot of chaos for people in other bigger cities. Let's keep listening, though.
We will never back down. We will secure our capital. We will secure our cities. In fact, this happened just steps away from the White House. It will not stand. And that's why President Trump has asked me, and I will ask the Secretary of the Army, to the National Guard, to add 500 additional troops, National Guardsmen, to Washington, D.C. This will only stiffen our resolve to ensure that we make Washington, D.C. safe and beautiful. The drop in crime has been historic. The increase in safety and security has been historic. But if criminals want to conduct things like this, violence against America's best, we will never back down.
Pretty clear. The United States is never going to back down. Now listen to this though, okay? It says right here, and so this is the good news. It says the guardsmen in critical condition after targeted DC shooting. So the good news is that it wasn't just a kill shot, okay? These two are still, again, fighting, but they're in critical condition, okay? They're still alive. That's the good news. Now, you heard from Pete Hegseth that the Trump administration will be sending 500 more National Guard troops to the District of Columbia after the shooting. This is going to happen. This is something that we knew. If there is additional risk or additional need for security, the Trump administration is not going to delay and will send the National Guard troops if they see fit. That's exactly what's happening. I want to read you what President Trump said earlier today on Truth Social as well. Look at this. It says the animal that shot the 2 National Guardsmen, with both being critically wounded and now in 2 separate hospitals, is also severely wounded, but regardless, will pay a very steep price. God bless our great National Guard and all of our military and law enforcement. These are truly great people. I, as President of the United States, and everyone associated with the office of the presidency, am with you. What's going to happen right now is going to cause a lot of chaos in cities, because what the Trump administration is not going to stand for is for someone to come out and put other people at risk. Now, it's not just the Trump administration. The FBI is behind it as well. And I want to play you this clip because CNN is talking about this and saying how the FBI is looking into this, investigating this, and determining, is this a one-off thing or was this a different plan? Did the person's plan simply backfire, go up in smoke, and they had to change and adapt? Listen to this right here.
Having the fact that these are federal officers that were targeted makes this an FBI investigation. Now, I can tell you this, Erica, behind the scenes, FBI is putting all of their resources into this. They are counterterrorism agents. They are people who obviously have a lot of experience in these types of environments in like urban settings, shootings in urban settings. So those are the resources that are being brought to bear because they are right now trying to figure out, again, what motive could be behind this. And obviously they're going to be looking at some of the video. We know that this happened right next to the Farragut Square, which is right near the White House, just a couple blocks north of the White House. And there's a couple metro stations there, so there's very good video of everything that happened from the Washington metro system. That's what they're studying, and again, they're using all of that to try to determine what possible motive. Apparently, in his initial interaction with law enforcement, he wasn't cooperating, but obviously that it may change in the near future. In the meantime, they're trying to work to identify him and figure out whether there's anything else that this person was trying to carry out here at that scene, Erica.
Okay, so right there, okay, it's showing that this is just, a couple block, really a block from the White House, the shooting location compared to the White House, obviously across the lawn, the north lawn. But the reason why I'm bringing this to you today is because what we've been hearing for the past, 6 to 8 months has been the same message, that there's a lot of people out there that want to do harm to us here in the United States. Okay? The Trump administration has made it very clear that they're going up against people that have come into the United States illegally that are trying to do us harm here. Now, that's also getting a lot of pushback because some of the people that are getting caught up in this deportation fight are, technically they're not supposed to be here. They're not legally U.S. citizens. They're not legal residents, but they come to the United States, through whatever means, and they don't want to go back, but they're not committing any wrongdoing, no harm, no crime, nothing. So that's where some people are pushing back against the National Guard. That you're not here to go and provide for the President Trump's agenda. That's not your goal. That's not your mission. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You can assist and do all that stuff, great, but you're not supposed to be arresting people or detaining or anything like that. So that's where some of the animosity is coming from. That's where some of the tension's coming from. Others we're seeing come from certain cartel members and gangs here in the United States that are seeing that the Trump administration are really hurting their business because of the crackdown on illegal drugs entering into the United States. As a result, they are targeting local law enforcement. They're targeting the American people. They're targeting just anybody. And that's a big concern. And I said this probably about a month ago. I said that the more that the Trump administration cracks down on illegal drugs, okay, and on these cartels and it hurts their business, what's going to happen is the cartel is going to have to find a way to send money back to Mexico, send money back to Venezuela or Colombia or wherever they're sending their money. They have to figure out a way to make money to send it back. And if it's not through illegal drug trade, if they can't do that, then they have to find something else, which could mean it could be human trafficking. It could be just thefts and burglaries and things like that. Again, the sky's the limit for them. But again, the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is simple. We need to be prepared for whatever may come. And as we see these tensions rise, not just here inside the United States, but around the world as well, we need to be prepared because according to many people, the White House included, Homeland Security, the FBI as well, they all say we should be on high alert every single day. So we'll see what happens, but this isn't the video that I wanted to make, especially the day before Thanksgiving, but I just wanted to keep you up to date as to what is currently going on, what the White House is saying, what President Trump is saying, and what is likely going to happen in the very near future. So, as we get more information on this and other big events like this, I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as possible. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.